Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOD alum Tiffany Moon weighs in on below-deck sailing yachts Daisy Kelleher and chef Cloyce Martin. The Real Housewives of Dallas alum Tiffany Moon appeared on below-deck sailing yacht for a brief stint this week. Tiffany was joined by her husband, Daniel, and two other couples for a quick trip on the Parsifal IUI in Ibiza. The group appeared to have a great time on their one-day charter, except for Jerry, who clashed with Stu Diana Cruz over an espresso martini. Honestly, Tiffany and her group were a pleasure to watch, even their photo shoot on the beach. Following their episode, the RHOD alum opened up about her below-deck sailing yacht experience. Chef Cloyce Martin and Chief Stew Daisy Kelleher were two of the topics Tiffany addressed. Season 5 has been a struggle for Daisy, who isn't just dealing with the aftermath of Season 4 and stews like Danny Warren, making things more challenging for her. Daisy hid her struggles well because Tiffany had nothing but great things to say about the chief stew. Speaking with the Daily Dish, Daisy got mad props from the Real Housewives of Dallas alum. She really took pride in her work and made every detail seamless. I could tell she was a true professional, attentive to every aspect of our experience, Tiffany expressed. Below-deck sailing yacht fans might be surprised to learn that Tiffany also had good things to say about Cloyce. There's no question that Cloyce has had his issues this season on below-deck sailing yacht. As Monsters and Critics previously reported, married to medicine alum Contessa Metcalf was not a fan of the food during her charter. That was not the case for Tiffany or her group, all of whom really enjoyed the chef's cooking. The chef's food was absolutely incredible. Every dish was beautifully presented, and you could tell there was so much thought and creativity behind each meal. The flavors were incredible, she said. The chef went above and beyond to accommodate everyone's preferences, she told the Daily Dish. In fact, Tiffany went as far as to say there wasn't a meal of Cloyce's that didn't impress her. 3 charters into the below-deck sailing yacht, and the crew has gotten mixed reviews from guests and fans. Speaking of fan opinions, there's speculation that Emma Crouch will get fired, and you can read all about it here. Tiffany Moon, former cast member of Real Housewives of Dallas and an outspoken force in the Bravo universe, recently turned her attention to another Bravo staple, below-deck sailing yacht. Her commentary on the budding, and sometimes bumpy, dynamic between Chief Stew Daisy Kelleher and Chef Cloyce Martin has caught the attention of fans. With her trademark candor and insight, Tiffany dished on how she sees their relationship unfolding, and, true to form, she held nothing back. The luxury yachting life isn't far from Tiffany's own world of high-stakes events, luxury fashion, and a demanding career in medicine. As someone who understands what it means to work under pressure, Tiffany saw right away that Daisy and Cloyce's tension stemmed from more than just clashing personalities. Daisy, a well-seasoned veteran of the show, with a fiery and bold personality, has a reputation for speaking her mind, especially when her team's performance or cohesion is at risk. Chef Cloyce, however, has brought a unique calm to the galley, calm, perhaps, to the point of friction. Daisy and Cloyce are like two opposing forces of nature, Tiffany observed in an interview, laughing but serious. You've got Daisy, who's passionate and takes everything she does very personally. Then there's Cloyce, who has this zen-like approach, almost as if he's saying, "What's the big deal? It's just a job." And that can be so irritating if you're like Daisy and need everyone to care as much as you do. On the subject of tension, Tiffany sympathized with Daisy's situation. She pointed out that in high-pressure environments, whether it's an operating room, a bustling restaurant, or a luxury yacht filled with demanding guests, the importance of effective communication and mutual respect can't be overstated. I get why Daisy's frustrated, Tiffany admitted. As a chief stew, she's not just responsible for setting a standard with the guests. She's setting the standard for the whole team. Every time Cloyce plays it a little too cool or doesn't immediately respond, I can almost feel her frustration. It's like, hello, we're a team here. It's not that he's bad at his job, he's obviously talented. But you can be the best at what you do and still drive your team crazy if you're not willing to meet them halfway. However, Tiffany wasn't one to take sides so quickly. She acknowledged that Chef Cloyce's laid-back approach likely stemmed from a desire to keep things calm and collected amid the yacht's usual drama, which is something he has in common with the show's Captain Glenn. Cloyce might come off as too relaxed, but in a way, he's the counterbalance to Daisy. If everyone were as intense as her, that boat would implode. When it came to whether or not she thought the two could ultimately resolve their differences, Tiffany had a few thoughts. Honestly, sometimes you just need that one blow-up to clear the air. It's the same way on Housewives. You have the argument, you hash it out, and then sometimes, you find a way to work together. And when you do, it's like, okay, we finally understand each other. Tiffany's seasoned Bravo insights also brought a little humor to the conversation. Having witnessed and been part of RHOD drama herself, she pointed out that in reality television, drama often hits a breaking point. One she believes Daisy and Cloyce are fast approaching. You can tell they're kind of in a loop. She asks for something to be done one way. He pushes back with his own way. It's classic. She went on to joke about what would happen if Cloyce and Daisy were on a Housewives franchise instead of Below Deck, laughing as she described the hypothetical clash. Can you imagine them on Housewives? Daisy would be storming into every room asking, "Where is my champagne?" And Cloyce would be in the corner like, "Chill, I'll get it when I'm ready." It would be chaos. But beneath the humor, Tiffany clearly had respect for both crew members. In her view, they each had strengths that could complement the other, if only they could communicate more effectively. What's funny is, Daisy's good at her job because she's so meticulous. She's the type who probably notices if a pillow's out of place or a champagne glass has fingerprints. Cloyce, though, might think, as long as the food tastes good, what's a fingerprint? They're both right in a way, but that's where the butting heads happens. As a doctor, Tiffany also saw a deeper side to the work both Daisy and Cloyce do. For her, the high-stakes nature of life on a yacht has certain parallels to the fast-paced, unpredictable world of the ER. When you're in a high-pressure job, it's easy to fall into these really tight roles because that's what keeps everything together. But there's a difference between playing your role and being so rigid that you can't adapt to the people around you. Daisy and Cloyce are learning that lesson, and it's not an easy one. On a final note, Tiffany shared her hope that Daisy and Cloyce would find some middle ground. "Look, I'd love to see them work it out. I think Daisy's intensity could bring out a little more passion in Cloyce, and Cloyce's calmness could help Daisy relax a bit. They could be unstoppable as a team if they'd just get over this hump." In her witty, grounded way, Tiffany's commentary provided a fresh perspective on the crew drama. She reminded viewers that at the end of the day, everyone has different ways of handling stress, and those differences can be both a challenge and a strength in any high-stakes environment. Whether or not Daisy and Cloyce will find a way to balance their styles remains to be seen, but Tiffany is optimistic. One thing I've learned from my time on reality TV is that you really can make peace with anyone if you both want to, Tiffany concluded with a smile. It's not easy, but maybe a little more communication and a lot of patience will go a long way. And if that doesn't work, well, there's always tequila. Tiffany's fresh take, grounded in her own experiences, was a reminder to fans that even amidst all the drama, there's often room for growth, change, and, just maybe, a little bit of harmony on the high seas.